Y'all, how y'all doing? Today we're going to run a temperature test here on the YS640 Yoder. And the reason I'm going to kind of do this too is just to show all y'all, how the temperatures run and everything like that. I'm doing this for myself. It's something you can do and just check your temperatures and make sure everything's running smoothly with your firmware and everything like that. The first thing you want to do when you start this test, you want to make sure your pit is very, very clean. You want to make sure everything's all vacuumed out, cleaned out, scrubbed out. There's no, taking all this apart and use your degreaser or whatever you got to do, but you're going to use your pit super, super clean to do this, right? And then also you want to make sure it's unplugged. So let it rest and everything. We'll go ahead. I'm going to put the deflector plate and all that back in here in the griddles, and we'll get started. Another thing is your damper rod. You want to pull that out just 6 inches there, okay? So I want 6 inches. Actually, no, what you want to do is you want to pull it all the way out and push it back in 6 inches. I'm going to show you. We've got pulled all the way out. I'm going to measure off 6 inches here on my tape. Correct? Take it 6 inches right there if y'all can see. And I'll move that all the way down here and we'll push it in 6 inches from being all the way out. That's what we want to do. That's what it looks like now, y'all. Pulled it all the way out and then pushed it in 6 inches. I just put my deflector plate in, made sure it was cleaned off and all straight. I'm going to go back and put my grill grates in. Alright, I just dropped the grill grates in. Hopefully you can see that. Trying to get everything all nice and even. I'll show you here. Alright, so that's the grill grates. Now, what you want to do is you want to take your probe and do not run your probe under the door. Either put it through the probe porch like I did down through the chimney. But make sure your chimney's nice and clean too. So I'm going to get my blue probe here. First probe I got. And I'm going to take this thing off here. I'm going to set it. It says slightly to the left of center. So this is about dead center. I'm going to say slightly to the left, be about like that right there. That's what I'm going to do, slightly to the left of center, because it's going to read right off that point there. And next I'm going to take my Revlon. This is the main one we're getting the test read from, right? I'm going to take this one and put it on one of these little things that kind of holds it above the brake, just so I can get some difference, little readings, see how that looks. So I'm going to put it right here, right? And so that's pretty much the setup we're going to have. But like I said, slightly left of center. Main one we're going off laid right on the grade level is this one here. Just want to make sure it's perfectly right, slightly left of center. And that's where we're going to do that. That's good. Now for this test, they asked us to use these Barbecuers Delight pellets, the ones they send you with the grill, just to see. Even though I cook with all my lumberjacks. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this 20-pound bag in my hopper. Just for the sake of doing everything, just to feel how they say do it. Pour these in there. Make sure we've got a full hopper. And, this hopper also will hold 20 pounds of pellets. So there we go. Full 20 pounds of pellets right there in the hopper. Alright? And then we'll take our plug. I have my grill unplugged here. We're going to plug this in. And now it's time to come over here to the firebox. We're going to flip. I'm going straight by their instructions here. It says flip the power switch on position. Verify the firmware. Should come up there. Just blinked. Said put the power plug in, verify, you have pellets in the hopper, we got that. Flip the power switch on, verify the firmware, flash, it did that. Then hit the start button and set your desired temperature. Do not change. So we'll hit start, we're going to go to 250 for this test. So we'll decrease this now to 250 degrees. It goes down to 5 degree increments. 250 degrees. So it says, go ahead, do not change this temperature. You should start hearing pellets drop into the burn rate. We hear that. After you verify the cooker is started, flames inside, start your timer and walk away for 30 minutes. Okay? So what we're going to do As soon as we figure out, we're sure there's a flame started right there in the fire pit, and you'll be able to tell because there'll be some smoke and stuff going up. We'll shut the door, set a time for 30 minutes, and walk away. Okay, you see that little flame down in there? That signifies to us that the cooker is on, it's lit, and we're going to shut the door, and we're going to set our time for 30 minutes and walk away. Y'all remember, this whole process takes about 2 hours. We're going to take our first temperature reading after 30 minutes, then each additional 10 minutes we'll take another reading. We'll get a running average of how the grill's been doing. Okay, so like I said, don't open this, keep it closed. We're running for 2 hours here. Hey y'all, we're about to take our first reading. We've just about hit the 30-minute mark. In fact, let me see, there we are, there's our timer right there. So anyway, I've got my probe temperatures right here. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that just so I know, but the probe I'm really watching is at 231. Now I'm gonna look over here on the Yoder, and the running time is at it's at 258. So that's good. I'm gonna take a snapshot of that. I'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll see what we're doing. Okay, y'all, we're gonna take our first 10-minute reading, and we'll start timer over here again. We'll go ahead and take a picture of what we got here. Running at 257. Also take a screenshot of my TAPIQ, let you know what's going on there. Let's see, view current session, split temps. We're at 230 still, so we're holding fast. Sounds good. We'll wait another 10 minutes. Y'all, we'll go ahead and take another reading here. We've got 249 there on my Yoder. Let me see what I got on my TAPIQ. Quick temperature view. I like to just do it that way. And basically what we're doing, we're watching probe 1. Alright, I've got 224. Sounds good to me. Alright, we'll take this down. Y'all, going for another test here. Right now, let me check the TAPIQ side of this equation first. I'm about 226 where I'm looking here. And let me see what we're reading on grill. It's 252. Okay, 252. Now, I will talk about what the grill says here shortly, because that's not the exact temperature that is in there. That's a rolling average. And I'll kind of try to explain to you. That's why it's off a little bit. Also, we've got another test over here to do. Go ahead and start my timer over again. Let's see what TAPIQ is. Let's see. Basically, we're at 121 here on what we're watching here, or 120. Make sure. Alright. And I am at 247 over here on my running average. Alright, so we'll start up in another 10 minutes. We're almost done, y'all. I just took the next to the last temperature reading. After 10 more minutes, we'll take the last temperature reading, we'll compile our data, and figure out what we got here. So I'm at the 100-minute point. I'm going ahead and just taking down the data here. See what's all going on here with the controller and everything else. We've got about 2 more sessions to do, and we'll be good to go. Hey y'all, we're just nearing the end of the test here. We're going to take our final measurements, and we'll get inside, do our averages, compile all that kind of stuff, and get ready to see how our results are. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, temperature results have been going pretty good. Everything's staying really close as far as the temperatures all around the grill, so that's really good. At least got some uniformity with the temperatures. We'll talk about our running average over here on the pellet pot. Anyway, that's my timer. Let's go ahead and take these final averages and compile the information. Alright y'all, I've compiled the data here on this page for you. Hopefully y'all can see that. I took the averages of all the different probes and the average of what the rolling 90-second average was that was displayed there on the pellet box. Took all those, put them together, and basically what I got for probe 1, the one we're real concerned with, is 223.2. Okay, and our grill controller average was 249.8. So basically what I did is I took that 250, the desired temperature, the one that the grill was set to, and I subtracted the 223.2, and I get a negative or I was low 26.8 degrees. So what that means, that tells me that compared to what the setting is on average, right there in the middle left hand corner, I'm about 26.8 degrees Fahrenheit lower than that. So it helps me to know my pit a little bit better. So I set it about 250, and that should be perfect for a good low and slow for about 225 or 226 there. As you can see, the probe number 2, the one that was raised up a little bit, it was 226.5, and the number 3, 223.2. Those are very close together. That's the difference between what the probes read and 250 degrees. So I'm very satisfied to know how my temperature test came out my grill or my Yoder smoker, and this is what you need to do to get to know your pit. I would suggest you perform a test like this if you don't have a Yoder. Do it on the grill your own, but just make sure everything is recorded just like this. It's about a 2-hour process. Record all that data, and you come up with some figures here, differences between your digital setting and with the actual temperature that you're going to run. So I'll let you know that's what I found out with the Yoder smoker, y'all.